Hi, I'm part of the Hawaiian Feathered Friends Network. My mom is actually a co-founder for it, and I've spent a lot of time doing this as my senior project. I spent a whole year, over about 120 hours, working with these birds. Personally, I've rescued this little bird right here. She's a bare-eyed cockatoo. Her name is Bubbles. She's about 35 to 40 years old. Her owner couldn't take care of her anymore. She has a severe medical condition, so we try to just take care of her the best we can. We work closely with a lot of the birds in our club. We go out, we do pet expos, pet shows, and we work with the community to make sure that these birds are well and taken care of, especially with the Humane Society and the local vets. We are Hawaiian Feather Friends Network, or we do have a website that just got put up yesterday, which is the HawaiianFeatherFriendsNetwork.com. On there you can find galleries of the birds we have rescued, pictures of members, meeting dates, etc. It's quite simple to navigate. You don't have to be invited or joined a group. All you can do is like the page. And you can always message one of us. There are 4 to 5 admissions people on it, so we will talk to you, get back to you as soon as possible. This bird is special to me. She was my first rescue ever, and it was a life-changing experience for me, because before that it was kind of just something my mom did, and I was like, okay, she works with birds. But I got this bird and I helped it. I started giving it food, give it water, and then one day she talked to me, and it just all went downhill from there, or uphill really, because she's just changed my life so much. She's always there for me when I need her, and I just love her so much. Since she is older, she can't learn how to talk much. It's usually in the first 5 years of life where they learn how to do specific things like that. But she does know how to say Bubbles. She can say hi Bubbles, and she can laugh. She only does that rarely though. It's kind of weird. She'll do it at like 12 o'clock at night. And when she's sleeping, she'll laugh, and then she'll dance. This bird is in love with bananas, and I didn't know. I was trying out different fruits and vegetables with her, trying to get her to eat something, and I gave her a banana. I left her alone for a little bit, and I came back, and her whole entire beak was covered in bananas, and she was laughing, and she was having a good time, and I went up to her, and that was the first time that she called me Bubbles. She thinks my name is Bubbles, so she'll look up at me, and she was like, Bubbles, and I was like, oh. And so ever since then, I've given her a banana as a treat whenever she needs cheering up, and so it's kind of a back and forth. She makes me feel better, I make her feel better. What spawned the idea was actually was our first ever rescue as an organization together of Michu. She's a bigger cockatoo, and she's called a Moluccan. And this lady, she was downsizing her house, and she had nowhere to put this bird. And so we took her in, we set her in our backyard, and she was the sweetest thing. We rehomed her, and we're like, this is really cool. We can do this with so many birds, and we can really make a difference in people's lives, because the lady was so thankful, because she had had that bird for 20-something years from a hatchling, and she had to get rid of it. So she wanted to make sure it went to a good home. I am going to the mainland in about 2 or 3 months to start my own college. We do have a sister club somewhere in the mainland, around Pennsylvania area, and I'm going to start my own branch over there. Since it is colder up there, there aren't going to be many birds, but as it starts branching out throughout the different states, we hopefully want to go nationwide. We want to get this spread out, because people have worked so hard with dogs and cats and trying to figure out how can we save them and the Humane Society, but there's not that much out there for birds. So hopefully in the future, the next 2 or 3 years, we can really get everybody jumped on board. Even here, we have made leaps and bounds since our last meeting. We've got about maybe 15 to 20 new people coming. So hopefully they show up and they have a great time, because that's really what these meetings are for. We want to have a safe place for bird people, rescuers, people that want to rescue, to come out and just be able to have a safe place to talk and share our different experiences. Every meeting we do have a certain purpose. Sometimes we have them just to get together to see, check in on certain birds that we've rehomed. This meeting's purpose is our next actual thing that we're doing is the Pet Expo of 2015 at the Neil Blaisdell. So we are talking today about, final things, what we're selling, how many people are going to be there, who's running what. So it's more of a business type of meeting today. But again, we are introducing a lot of new members. We're going to, introduce them with shell lays and everything. We make them feel special, not because they aren't special, but because they're going into something that we really enjoy, and we want to hope they keep up with this and keep on our adventure that we're doing. So every meeting, it's every third Sunday We meet here in Honolulu Gardens, so we can either do it at the pavilion, which is by the school side, or we can do it under the giant tree. If it's raining, we usually are at the pavilion, and if not, by the tree. I just want to say, even if you aren't a bird person, if you've been bitten before, if you've been deferred from, being by birds or wanting to have birds, please come down, because we can show you the different side of birds, how they are, and we can even maybe get you interested in something that you would have never thought you were interested in. So don't quit before you can try it.